Hi folks, I wanted to trick you today. One of the most active videos that I've ever put together, and blogs and live videos that I've ever put together, was the topic of I was the worst salesperson. We get a lot of traffic when you admit things that you do wrong. So I'm going to do it again today. Here's some reasons why I'm still not as good as I could be. I might not be the worst, but I'm the worst one in the room. Put it that way. Right now, I'm the worst salesperson in this room. So let me evaluate this a little bit. I've been very reflective, especially as you go into the new year, but how can you get better? How can you continue to improve and be a better salesperson, which I think is actually very beneficial to the client. If you do it the right way, you save the client time, you save them money because you put together a better deal that really addresses their needs and all those things. So it's not all about me. It's actually, if I'm getting better at this, I'm better for the client. So let me tell you why, or the things that I'm working on to make myself better. One is let the prospect control the process too much. Here's what I mean by that. I don't clearly define, hey, when somebody's interested in going to the next step, here's how we do it. I send you a proposal. You give me feedback on the proposal. In the next 3 days, I'll respond with a proposal based on your feedback with the budget. Once you approve the budget, then I go to contract, and that contract will get to you in 2 to 3 days. The whole process ought to work about a week. Does that sound okay with you? I've got to outline that much better than a lot of sales prospects that where you have the conversation, it goes something like this. Hey, that was a great meeting. Yeah, great call. Well, we'll get back in touch with you. Okay, that's great. And weeks long, and you haven't heard back from anyone. You haven't heard back from them. They haven't heard back from you. It may slip through the cracks. Whose fault is that? My fault. Better process, better defined, so you can control it and follow it through for your prospects so you guys can get the project done better. The second item is I'm not using scripting. We just had our daily pep rally every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We get together and we talk about sales and we talk about consulting. We talk about the business. And one of the things we talked about today is better scripting. I'm not using my scripting. As you get more experienced, you're going to think that, oh, I know this stuff. I'm just going to fly by the seat of my pants. I know every objection. I know exactly how it's going to go. And you don't. Because every single sales opportunity is different. So the scripting is not necessarily to have some magic secret words that trick the person into saying yes. It's not about that. It's about clearly outlining the value that you have to offer, articulating in a very consistent way response to certain objections like it's too expensive, I'm not really interested, hey, I've got to ask someone else, how to navigate those things. Better scripting. So control the process more, better scripting, and third and finally, ask better questions. Two come to mind. Over the last year, I've beaten myself up because I don't ask these questions. And you should. One is, what could keep this from moving forward? How many times have I gotten like 3/4 of the way through this thing and they go, oh, you know what? Well, our budget's coming up and it didn't get approved. I didn't even know that they were in a budget cycle that maybe this wouldn't happen. Or hey, there was a change in our emphasis on this. A lot of folks are just fishing for proposals and RFPs just to figure out what the price can be. And I think you've got to be very upfront and say, hey, what would keep this from happening? The client might say, well, we may decide not to do this at all. It's really important for me to know how serious they are about moving forward. Okay? The second question that I don't ask enough is, are you talking to someone else about doing this project for you? Oh my gosh. I was involved in a podcasting RFP, or not an RFP, but a podcasting sale. We thought we had it. We're getting ready to do it, and all of a sudden said, hey, you know what? We decided to go with somebody else on this. Certainly their prerogative. Guess what? I never asked them if they were even talking to somebody else. Whose fault is that? My fault. These are the things that I'm going to do, and I'm going to improve to be a better salesperson in 2019. Not only for our company, but for our clients, so they can have a clearer and better process moving forward. Hope this is helpful. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.